course, like what you're seeing is some of the infill houses from the 50s, 60s up to the current era, because you would have had like a house and then, you know, 300 or 400 yards or meters, then there'd be another house. And that's just the way things were done in the country, because when the farmers divvied up the property, they put up a house for themselves, usually a house for their sons or daughters, and, you know, eventually they'd sell it and somebody else would move in there, and that's just the way country living happens out this way. And of course there's a swamp right there, so you can't live there, but back there you can. Okay, I'm judging there's a road pizza here, raccoon. See the hydro lines running through here, cell towers on the hills. Now the nice thing is, like, there's still some farming out here. Like once we get a little further out, you're going to see a heck of a lot more farms. Now this video is probably going to be long, like the Highway 6 video I did, so this is, I'm probably betting 3 or 4 videos this will be chopped up to, just to make it a little more palatable. Now when I first moved out this way about 1994, that house there was being built. That's how I know that one. And, you know, of course when it was built it was like just bare dirt and whatnot, and it's just sort of a strange place to put a house, but I guess they were able to do it. And you will see a few you know, people selling fruit and vegetables and whatnot on the side of the road. It's absolutely legal for farmers to sell their produce on the side of the highway, or, well, regional road that is. It's actually against the law for someone who is not a farmer to try to sell produce on the side of the road claiming it's theirs. Now I've been down this road hundreds of times. You know, for a couple of years we had a motorcycle meet in Paris, Ontario, which was, you know, actually kind of cool. It was something to do every Tuesday, or every second Tuesday, but I don't know, something happened, a new business moved in or whatever, a new business owner, and they just raised a stink, and it's too bad. They were raising, I think they had raised over $60,000 for Big Brothers, Big Sisters, you know, for disadvantaged children, so. And I never ever saw any problems when I was there, other than the fact we got rained on sometimes. This video is being recorded. It's just this is the last week of August before our long oh, that was a big bump, our Labor Day weekend, sort of like the last hurrah of the summer. And like, we've had some heat waves and a lot of rain, but you know, overall it's been not a bad summer. Hard to believe that as far as motorcycling goes, it's like probably about a month of guaranteed being able to ride weather, maybe 6-7 weeks before it starts to get really, really sketchy. you know, unless we get something weird, like, you know, I remember about 20 years ago we had a very, very late fall that didn't hit until like almost the last week of November, and that was an awesome motorcycling season. You were out here riding, like, you know, for the first couple weeks in November, and the leaves were turning, and it was awesome. Of course, the downside, of course, was that we basically had like a couple weeks of fall and an instant winter, and some of the trees got damaged because they still had leaves on them when the snow fell. This is Linden, Ontario, by the way. And if anyone's interested, 13-time Canadian Superbike champion Jordan Zope lives in here. I'm not going to point out where he lives. Guy deserves privacy. But he blasts around here all the time on mountain bikes and dirt bikes and stuff like that. Here's some corn for sale there. And nothing beats corn right from the farm. You know, when you get it from the grocery store and they say it's fresh, well, yeah, it can be, but a lot of times it's not. But this year we had a lot of rain in May and June, and the crops actually were a little late coming in, so we're actually going to have a lot of corn late this year, which is kind of cool because I like fresh corn on the cob. And right here you can see some trees that are planted. This is probably a farm that's now being used to grow plants, trees, and vegetables and whatnot for garden centers. So, you know, when you go to the garden center to buy a new tree for their front lawn, this is the sort of place it's coming from. Now that rail line I was talking about, back in Coketown, this is it here. We're about to cross it. So you can sort of see it that way, and it goes off that way there. I'd have to look on the map to see exactly where it's going, but oh, guys, that's a mailman there, the yellow flashing light, or male woman, whatever. I just noticed he pulled out in front of me and go like, come on, and then he just pulls off. It's like, okay. Generally, if you're seeing someone selling firewood, it must mean they're a campground someplace. Now, right now, this road is like just horrible here. And that's because we are still in technically what is part of Hamilton. Like, I'm just constantly being like getting like little shocks all of every time if the camera's picking up the tar lines. But all of a sudden, boom, the road's nice and smooth. We're now in Brant County.